So I play Barb, short for Barbara. I make that distinction because there are some masculine traits going on with Barbara, or Barb, as it were. She is definitely sort of fancies herself like the linchpin in this like explosion that may be happening at any given moment in her life, anywhere she goes, right? So thank God Barb's there. You know, one of those people like, thank God I showed up. I'm gonna make your life better. Just listen to what I have to say and follow my advice and everything will be great, you know? So she's the older sister to Nika, and Nika was born with a disability. And so as the older sister, there's a couple things running Barb. Like one is a sort of a sense of guilt, like, you know, why her, not me? And so it was sort of like imbued upon her, like, you know, like her vocation was to help her younger sister. But in that, there was also this sort of sense of resentment because all the attention was on Nika, and mother was always focused on taking care of Nika, that like who was taking care of Barb. So a little of her childhood was sort of robbed in a way. And so you sort of sense that little bit of a chip on her shoulder in the dynamics between her and Nika, that she loves her very much, but is still wanting to sort of micromanage and help and control. And Nika's like, listen, I'm a grown woman, you know. And you sort of see that in the dynamic between she and her husband as well. Her husband, Ian, who's sort of like checked out of the marriage, right? So Barb is sort of coming in a situation like with a husband that's checked out. She definitely wears the pants in that relationship. My husband's working at a Starbucks. Barb's the breadwinner. She's got a sister that needs her help. Their mother just passed away. My daughter maybe have to go to public school. You know, and so it's like the weight of the world on Barb. The only saving grace in Barb's life, I would say, is her nanny, Jill, who she's quite fond of. And Jill seems to be the only light in her life. You know, the only person that's actually really helping Barb out with all these issues. Everybody has a Barb in their life. She's your mother, she's your aunt, she's your best friend, she's your best friend's mom, she's your grandmother, she was that teacher in school. Like everybody has that person where their intention is to help. It's just, as you said, it can seem a bit overbearing at times. I'm not playing it as if Barb feels that way. Like she doesn't wake up in the morning and go, God, I'm a bitch. I am an overbearing, controlling, micromanaging bitch. Like she doesn't wake up in the morning feeling that about herself. It's just basically, how can I make my world and the world of other people that I love better? Child's Play 1 definitely ruined my childhood. Yeah, it for sure freaked me the you know what out. Yeah. And so I promptly went home and got rid of all my redheaded dolls. Like my Rainbow Bright was a total goner. Like I didn't want that thing anywhere near me. My Strawberry Shortcake, gone. My Raggedy Ann and Andy, yeah. Just like, give them to the neighbors. Let them deal with this redheaded, killing, talking, demon-possessed doll. I would say the real big difference between working on television and a feature film, it depends on what kind of TV you're talking about. For example, my series that I was on for 2 years on Nickelodeon was a 4-camera comedy. So it's a sitcom, you have 4 cameras, it's basically like blocking and staging a play that gets caught on film, and there's a live audience. It's pretty fluid. You come into the scene, and if one camera doesn't got you, the one on the side has you, and that's how like the blocking and all that works out. If you're doing a single camera, hour long, like when I did my recurring role on CSI Miami, it is a little bit like capturing a film every 8 days, you know, because there's the different setups and the different angles and the close-up and this, that, and the other, and you don't quite get that when you're doing a 4-camera show. So I would liken my experience thus far on this feature like I would have, on, my Without a Trace or, Cold Case or CSI Miami or any of those hour-long dramas that I've done on television. The first record I bought with my own money was Carole King's Tapestry, which still remains to be one of my absolute favorites.
Excellent.
Yeah.
How old were you then?
My mom turned me on to like all that really cool music. So how old was I when I bought Tapestry? I may have been, I don't know, 8, maybe 7 or 8 or something like that. Yeah, I mean, up to that point, I was sort of listening to, the music that my parents had, the records that they had in the house.
Right.
But that was, I wanted my own because those songs really meant something to me. So, yeah.